listings to a customer only to have them fall in love with the home and then find out the HOA fees are just not affordable. I'm going to show you today how you can avoid that problem. When we run a search, we'll go to search and then select residential. Of course, we'll put in our search criteria. We'll search for a single family home. I'm only going to add Fort Myers. I'm going to add our budget, and I'll go ahead and add some bedrooms into the search. And then of course you can add any additional criteria you wish. Down in the lower portion of the search form, you'll see additional fields. We can select to add or remove fields by clicking here. The field we want to search for is called total annual recurring fees. So as I begin to type the word total, we see total annual recurring fees. I'm going to highlight that and select add. Total annual recurring fees are going to include either the HOA or condo fees and any other fees that the buyer will be responsible to pay to own the property. What it does not include are the total one-time fees. Now that's something you can also add. You'll notice it's right over here. I can highlight it. I can select add. Now we can click the back button at the bottom of the page. We scroll to the bottom and we find we have our fields that we just added. So let's just say our customer has given us a budget of $4,800 a year. So I can enter 4,800 minus, I could enter a range. Maybe my customer says, I expect to pay X amount of dollars, but I don't want to pay more than Y amount of dollars. So I could do that range from X through Y. If I'm given a budget of total one-time fees, I can enter that information as well. So we see now we have 18 matches. If I click on results, I pull those listings where the HOA fees are going to match my customer's budget. Now, another thing I can do is I can actually add that field to my results screen so I can see what those HOA fees are going to be for each one of these listings. I can do that by clicking in the column, just any one of the columns, it doesn't matter which one, and I can click here to say insert column. Now again, I'm going to begin to type the word total, and there we have it, total annual recurring fees, and select apply. I could also add those total one-time fees if I wanted to do that. So here we see those have popped in for each one of the listings. You can actually sort your listing based on the HOA fees if you want to. You can hover your mouse until you get the red font. Clicking one time, I've now placed my search results in the order of the HOA fees from the least expensive to the most expensive. If I click again, it changes that sort order from the most expensive to the least expensive. So there you have it. You can send your customer those listings and the HOA fees are not going to break their budget.